All right. Bring us in.
Let's go.
Yeah. We here. Hey, we here for another show.
That's right. Let's get it.
Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Dave, you ready?
Yeah.
Police, you ready?
Yes, sir.
The Water, you ready?
Always ready.
Minnie, you ready?
Let's go.
Hey, and this is the
Armor God Radio Show.
Let's go. Long week.
Let's go.
Long week. Hey, listen, man. Glad y'all back here with us. We got another fire show for everybody. We got another fire show. Today, we're going to be working on part 2 of the Saga of Black Vikings.
That's right.
Part 2. Hopefully we can get through it today. It was a lot.
It's going to go down.
It's going to go down.
down.
But before we get there, it's going to go down again.
Okay.
What we been talking about lately? What we been talking about for the last, how long has it been now, Rolf? About a month and a half? Oh, should we introduce people?
We should introduce people.
Introduction.
I'm Officer Sear. To my right.
Nope.
Oh, my bad.
Officer Menahem.
To my left.
It's all right. At least I am who I am. I am Officer Menahem.
To my right.
Officer Ibnaya.
To my further right.
Officer Polite.
To my left.
Officer David.
This is Armor God Cast.
That's right. Let's get it.
Armor God. Can I get a bomb? There we go.
There we go. The bomb budget has been released, brothers. Y'all go ahead and click the
release
button.
the Kraken.
To answer your question, initially, what we've been on lately?
Yeah, we've been on lately.
France.
France. For France. That's what we've been on lately. Our leadership been going in on it. We about to continue it.
That's right.
That's what we're going to start with today. First of all, let's start with our first scripture, Ephesians 6. Let's start there first.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 11.
Let's go.
Put on the whole armor of God.
Yep.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
So you need to put on the whole armor of God so we can withstand the wiles of the devil. That's what like I said last week, you need all your armor. You don't go to football practice with just your helmet. You got to have your shoulder pads. You got to have everything.
Right.
So why you going to a spiritual battle without the whole armor? You need everything. You need everything on you.
You're on the football field with sandals.
What's talking about line up on line? I don't remember the positions.
Slip on and get Bobby Boucher out there.
Bobby Boucher
Because the devil be wilding. Know what it just said?
Crazy work.
Devil be wilding.
That's diabolical.
That was nasty.
That's
That
some
was
France,
diabolical
that's some
work.
France work right there.
That was some France work right there. Diabolical. Hey, let's get into France right quick. Y'all got that clip for me? You got some more? What that clip here? That was diabolical work right there. Y'all all right, man. Y'all all right. Y'all got the clip loaded up? There we go. Huh? All right.
Oh.
So hold up. Pause it right quick. Pause it. You keep it right there. Keep it right there. You can put us in a little box. So far, France did something. Matter of fact, give me Psalms 105. You know what I want? 105:15. Psalms, is that what I want? Psalms 105. France did something that particular you shouldn't be doing. And all of us got children. It's a particular way a parent acts when somebody mess with their children. What about y'all? Would you agree?
Hell yeah.
What about y'all?
I
We all
agree.
got children. Would you agree? It's a particular way a parent acts
Right.
when it comes to their children. And France mess with the wrong children.
That's right.
At this point in time. They mess with the wrong people. Go ahead. You know what I want?
The book of Psalms, chapter 105 and verse 15.
Yep.
Saying, touch not mine anointed.
Do what?
Touch not mine anointed.
The Lord said, touch not mine anointed.
And do my prophets no harm.
How are they trying to do us harm? They are trying to shut down the temple where the Lord is trying to do his business.
That's right.
Trying to dissolve something that the Lord set up. You are touching his prophets. Quote unquote, hold on. You are touching his children.
That's right.
Right.
Hey,
That's
I'm
what
gonna
you're
jump up
doing.
one
You
for
got
you,
something?
officer. We're going to start from 14, come down for you, officer. Watch this. He suffered no man to do them wrong.
Go ahead.
Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
He reproved what?
Kings for their sakes.
The Lord will shut down kingdoms for the
it
sake
out.
of his children.
That's right.
I don't know why y'all keep messing with us. They thought it was a game. This ain't nothing that got to do with Muslims. This ain't got nothing to do with none of those other religions. When you come against the prophets of God, stuff gonna happen to you.
Right.
Play that video. Let's just see what happened to them in France. Go ahead.
Bring it out.
Boy,
Wow.
look at that. You can't go outside in that.
You can. You're going to feel it.
Hailstorms.
El día de ayer, 3 de mayo del 2025, la
Oh, it's only in French?
Hey, come on, cut that out, bro.
Yeah, pause that. I mean, just mute it. Just keep playing it. Just mute it. Look at that. Hailstorms all the way in France. Look at what's going on. Look at that. We y'all ready? Bring something out. We y'all ready?
Oh, praise.
Total all the cars in France.
Total all the cars. Didn't you say it was a blackout 2 officer?
They had a blackout, I want to say, the week before the hail came.
God.
You gonna learn
All in the midst of the children of God bringing out the Bible.
Right.
Bringing out the Bible. Hey, get that in, what's that? Malachi 4 and 6? Micah 4 and 6? Zephaniah, the one with not by strength? You know what I'm talking about? Zechariah.
6. Yes, sir.
Zechariah.
The book of
Get that.
Zechariah, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Watch this.
Then he answered and spake unto me,
Come on.
saying,
Yep.
This is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel,
Read.
saying, not by might,
Uh-huh.
nor by power,
Come on.
but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts.
So we're not going to pick up any arms. The only weapon we're going to use is the Bible. That's the only weapon we need to use. And then the Lord's Spirit is going to fight for us. Watch this from there. Give me Sirach 39. And start at verse 28. You try to touch the Lord's anointed, try to hinder the building. We got angels with us who's going to do the work. Watch this. Come on.
The book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28.
Yep.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but in a normal forecast, you have rain, you have wind, you don't have hail.
Right.
That's not a normal thing. With the Lord, there's not such thing as a coincidence. Things have purpose behind it. So how would the Lord fight against an entire nation? Look, you know what this does? This wasn't an isolated thing. That's why that first view, it showed it was an entire city covered in hail. This shuts things down. Read it again.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Read.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Come on.
In the time of destruction,
Yeah.
they pour out their force.
Watch this.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
It's going to appease the Lord. Hey, are we the children of God? I don't know about y'all, but when I seen that happen to friends, I couldn't do nothing but give the most high spiritual high five.
All praise.
You right on time.
Right.
Because we understand exactly what's happening. Watch this. Here are some of the spirits that are made for vengeance. Read.
Fire and hail.
And what?
And hail.
And what?
And hail.
And hail. That's nothing that a man could do. But the prophets make the angels activate.
Right.
And it was made for vengeance. Read.
And famine.
Uh-huh.
And death.
Come on.
All these were created for vengeance.
It said all of these were created for vengeance.
That's
How
right.
Bishop Yahweh says, vengeance. You keep thinking they like to paint us as a hate group. All we gonna do is the thing that you fear the most, and is read the Bible. We know that these things will come to pass. That's why we bring them out. And we ain't gonna take our foot off your neck yet.
Right.
If leadership's still on your neck, we on your neck. Can I get another one? Give me Wisdom of Solomon 16.
Come on.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16
And start at verse 16.
and verse 16. For the ungodly that denied to know thee,
Huh?
that denied to know thee.
It said the ungodly who tried to dissolve IUIC, who denied to know the Lord. Read.
were scourged
Uh-huh.
by the strength of thine arm.
By the strength, the same vengeance, the same spirits, it said is going to destroy. Read.
with strange rains, hail, and showers.
Now, would be a strange rain? Because it's supposed to rain. But a strange rain is storms. It's going down. And all you got was a taste, trust me. Because I know right now, y'all right back to y'all regular thing. Oh, here go those Israelites. First, we was UFO conspiracy theorists. Now we going to be, weather conspiracy. Listen, it ain't us. All we doing is reading the Bible. The Lord going to make it happen. Read on.
It says strange rains, hails, and showers.
Come on.
Were they persecuted?
Were they what?
Persecuted.
Because listen, if you ever seen hail can be small as a raindrop or the size of my fist. I've seen that happen in New York. It's like baseball size smashing out car windows. The Lord just letting you know, hey, be mindful who you dealing with. Be mindful. He just gave a little warning. Read on.
That they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed.
Watch this. Read on.
For which is most to be wondered at. The fire had more force in the water.
Read.
That quencheth all things.
Come on.
For the world fighteth for the righteous.
For the what?
For the world fighteth for the righteous.
That is your tsunamis, your storm, your hail. They're fighting for God's righteous, the anointed, his prophets. We don't have to do anything. Just like Egypt suffered darkness for 3 days, but for some reason, Goshen was fine. There was no problems over there. The Lord is on our side. I don't even think, if I'm not mistaken, we ain't asking y'all to overthrow anything. Y'all bringing and helping prophecy come to pass. Y'all think y'all stopping something. The prophets already read that we are going to teach no matter what. You're not stopping a damn thing. It's going down. That's why we're not, hey, can you guys please No, do what you do. Y'all just helping the process.
Hey, in the next verse, if you read down, it goes into what leadership is saying, that they're going to eventually know that this is because they're messing with the prophets of God.
That's it.
But it says, I'll read it for you. It says, for some time flame was mitigated, that it might not burn up the beast that was sent against the ungodly, but themselves might see and perceive that they were persecuted with the judgment of God.
You see that? You see that? Hey, you know what makes that thing fire? Is because the Lord, prior to us bringing the scriptures out about France, it already rained. They probably already had hail. But the coincidence of it happening during the time of you trying to persecute the Jews, you're going to draw it together. Wait, there's something we did different that's causing all of this. What could it be? It's your wickedness, the ungodly. You can't help yourself. Listen, y'all are in a lose-lose situation. If you ignore us, we're going to win. You come and persecute us, it's even more victory. It's nothing you can do. You can't fight against the Lord.
4 ways in a box.
Because when you persecute us, or you try to, you're assuring people that may be on the fence about the Bible, you're assuring to them that, oh, nah, what them brothers over there doing, that's real. You helping the mission. So, hey, thank you.
Nothing you can do against the truth.
Let me get
Nothing you can do against the
Deuteronomy
truth.
20 and 4. You got something?
Yeah, I just want one real quick.
Go ahead. No, do you think?
Hey, give me Isaiah 43 and 3.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Show you something about Pops real quick. Show you something about the Most High, about our God. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 43 and verse 3. For I am the Lord thy God.
Come on.
The Holy One of Israel.
The Holy One of who?
Of Israel.
The Holy One of who?
Of Israel.
Uh-huh.
Thy Savior.
Our Savior. No matter what type of turmoil you may think you got us in, we got a Savior. The Lord is our Savior. There's nothing you can do that he's not going to save us from, right? Read.
I gave Egypt for thy ransom.
So y'all don't know what that means. Keep going.
And I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee.
He said, I gave Egypt for the ransom of the Israelites. That should take you back to Moses leading us out of Egypt. What happened to the Egyptians that was trying to hold the children of Israel down? What happened to them? Let's see what the Lord does for his children. Keep reading.
Since thou was precious in my sight.
Come on.
Thou hast been honorable.
We the only ones who got the things that's pleasing to the Lord, like it say in Baruch. We the only ones that know how to please him. Read.
And I have loved thee.
And no other nation. God loves the children of Israel. Read.
Therefore will I give men for thee.
Give men for thee means he will kill people. Read.
And people for thy life.
And kill people for the life of his children. That's the type of father that the Israelites have. Stop messing with him. Stop messing with us. You can't fight him, so you trying to come against us. But understand, the Lord is not with you. He's the Holy One of Israel that defends and saves his people.
You're going to learn today.
Come on, DeWater. Get Deuteronomy 20 and 4. Come on, DeWatter.
Yo, hold that silent.
You got something on there?
Give me Isaiah 29 and 6.
Come on now.
All right, man. You tag me in. I was just chilling.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder.
So y'all gotta understand, the Most High God ain't playing. You touching His anointed, right? When the scriptures came out, you touching His anointed, you messing with the prophets of God, right? Read on.
And with earthquakes.
So you gotta understand how God's gonna come and visit you. When you touch His children, He's coming. He's coming in a way that you might not think of, but the scripture talks about it. Read.
And great noise.
Great noise, earthquakes, pestilence. These are ways how He judged these nations. Read on.
With storm.
With what?
With storm.
Friends, how y'all doing out there? What's going on? How y'all doing out there? All right, with storm, right? So this is how God does His work. This is how He get busy. Read on.
And tempest.
And tempests. There it is. Storms, right? Hurricanes, things of that nature. Read on.
And the flame of devouring fire.
That's coming next. All praise to the Most High.
Let me get Deuteronomy 20 and 4. Let's get that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20 and verse 4.
Come on.
For the Lord your God is He that goeth with you.
The Lord do what?
That goeth with you.
So our Father goes with us step by step. Every process that we do, the Lord is with us. Read.
To fight for you.
Wait. Officer, you said it earlier. We ain't really got to do nothing but teach. Who's going to do? He's going to do what?
To fight for you.
Our Father is going to fight for us. That's why it says, not by might, but by His Spirit. All we got to do is teach and stretch forth the line. That's all we got to do. Give me 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 18. It's more on that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, go ahead. Finish it
To
up.
fight for you against your enemies.
Against who?
Against your enemies.
Against France.
To save you.
To do what?
To save
And
you.
that's what the end result is, to save His children. The Lord is going to fight for us. We ain't got to pick up no gun. Hey, look, I know you make the bullets. Let me get about 200 boxes of them so I can come fight against you in a couple years. I'm going to just cut the butt. What? Our people be sounding crazy. We need to take up arms to go against them. Brother, they make the bullets, bro. Come on now. What is going to happen? Give me 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 18.
Sir, the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 18.
Come on.
Unto whom Judas answered,
Uh-huh.
It is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
So look, Judas said it ain't nothing for all of y'all to be shut up, and all we need is a few people. It ain't nothing for me to just, basically what Judas is doing, he's stunting right now.
Right.
Judas saying, look, it ain't nothing for me to just come out here. I only need a few men to take y'all down. This is nothing. Y'all like work. Read.
And with the God of heaven.
Wait, stop. With who?
With the God of heaven.
And with the God of heaven, go ahead.
It is all one.
We are all one with our Father. Read.
To deliver with a great multitude. Or a small company.
So once we got God with us, we can deliver a small multitude or a great company. Read the next verse.
For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host.
It ain't gonna stand in the multitude of a host. That ain't where the victory is gonna come from. But from where?
But strength cometh from heaven.
From where?
From heaven.
All of that came from the heavens by the Most High God.
That's right.
That's what's going on in France. All of that is gonna come from the heavens.
You know what? I think they do know that. That's why they said we have to dissolve the teachings of this Bible. They think they're gonna stop it. You can't stop nothing that the Lord has set up. If that was the case, you'd have had an umbrella in the sky when the hail came. But you didn't have nothing. You can't fight against it.
That's your soothsayer.
Hey, I always thought that was funny. You see us, the order and the discipline that we have. We wear the same uniform. We wear the same boots. We wear the same cargo pants. We have the signs in the same order. We teach the exact same thing. And you think you can convince us otherwise? Like what makes you think we ain't fully rooted and grounded in this? What make you think that no matter what you do, we ain't gonna still teach this word and still keep these laws? You can't stop this. It's nothing you can do against this truth. Crazy.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, hell yeah. Listen, they're going to get this work. Give me Isaiah 13. The Lord already told us if we teach, He's going to send angels. He's going to send spirits to defend. Watch this. Come on.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 2.
Start at verse 1.
Verse one.
Verse 1. Watch what he say.
The burden of Babylon.
The what?
Of Babylon.
Come on.
Which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
So here's the burden of Babylon. Babylon is talking about America, but who is America in legions with? France. The same thing we're doing here. We're tearing the kingdom of Babylon down. France, you getting the same work. Read.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
So we were told to pick up this Bible and go and teach on that high mountain. That's what we're doing right now. But look what God says is going to happen. Read.
Exalt the voice unto them.
Uh-huh.
Shake the hand.
Read.
That they may go into the gates of the noble.
So once we started teaching, you know who the gates of the noble is? That's the government who tried to dissolve it. You can't. And all we doing is lifting up the banner. All we're doing is teaching the word of God. The problem is, it's contrary to you. We love it. It's the sweetest thing. We finally get vengeance. So all we got to do is just read. But it's the worst thing. That's why it says great fear fell upon them, because they know exactly who the hell they are in the Bible. So when we lifting up this Bible and we're exalting and we're teaching, what's going to happen? Read on.
I have commanded my sanctified.
Who's the sanctified ones? That's us. We're the Lord's anointed. He said he commanded the prophets. Read.
I have also called my mighty ones.
Who?
My mighty ones.
That's those chariots, the UFOs, the angels, the Holy Spirits that can control the weather. Those are the ones who's fighting with us the minute we teach the word of God. Read.
For mine anger.
For what?
For mine anger.
Why do you think he's angry? Because you're touching his children. You're going against God's anointed. Come on.
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
Watch this. Read.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains. Like as of a great people.
Watch this.
A tumultuous noise of kingdoms of nations.
So now, I thought it was against Babylon. It said of kingdoms of nations. Read.
Gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
He's mustering the battle up. It's not only raising the spirits of the men, but the spirits that are made for vengeance is going to execute, thus saith the Lord. Why? Because all we doing is teaching this Bible that your pride would not allow you to get rid of. You couldn't, because he was going to wake his prophets up in the last days. You're on a losing, it's like, you ever ruin a movie? You tell a whole story. Their movie is ruined.
Yo, that's heavy.
It's over for you. And you know what's happening. We like, oh, I got the whole script played. Wait, so they're going to fall? If I read this is going to happen? If we go out and teach, this is going to happen? They're like, God damn it, they got the book. You thought you was going to keep us asleep forever? It ain't going to happen. Your destruction is nigh. It's going down. You got spirits, weather, angels, everything is against you. It's over for them.
Hey, it's nothing worse than you sitting here, you trying your best. You're like, we can change this by doing this and doing that and doing this, and then the prophecy still come to pass. It's like, God dang.
Yeah. Hey, hey, listen, Judah ain't worth. Hey, y'all be doing that all the time, man. Y'all Judites, y'all be doing that all the time. Brother be watching the whole movie, we be having a good time chilling. Petty, you know I'm bringing it back. Brother be watching the whole movie. A Judite will walk right in the room. Man, that's crazy how they killed him at the end.
Yeah.
Hey, the Bible is the ultimate spoiler alert for the world. Yo,
it's coming up though.
The Bible is the ultimate spoiler alert for the world.
This is
It's the
fire.
ultimate spoiler, bro.
Ultimate spoiler alert.
You want to know how you end? We'll show you.
We'll show you.
We'll show you real quick.
I just pettiness in me. Judah.
Can I grab one? Can I grab one?
Yeah, do your thing. Judah do that.
Let me get Luke 18 and verse 5. Cause everything that's said is through the prophecy of this Bible. We don't gotta do nothing. No weapon formed against us is gonna prosper. But the weapons God uses is his mighty angels and the prophecy of the prophets. But also, some of the greatest weapons we got is that two-hand phone call. When we in trouble, put them hands up, pray to the Lord, and Lord knows how he gonna come bring it, but he gonna bring it.
Right.
Read that.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse. Luke chapter 18 and verse 5. Yet because this widow troubleth me.
Hey, we are that widow. We are that widow. We are waiting for the marriage supper of Christ when we reunited with our God. But right now, we just trying to get back there. We are that widow troubling our God with what?
Prayer.
With prayer. Read.
I will avenge her,
Why?
lest by her continual coming she weary me.
Because we are constantly praying to the Lord. Lord, please help me. Lord, please. Lord, I'm getting right. Lord, I'm doing this. Lord, I'm fixing myself. Lord, please. But the enemy is on my neck.
Right.
We trying to preach your word, God, but the heathen done dissolved our school. How can we teach your people? That's what Ezra said. Without the word, how we going to reprove them to come?
Right.
We making them prayers, and God made a way then. He going to make a way now. Watch this.
And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith.
Watch what the parable says.
And shall not God avenge his own elect?
Why would God choose us just to let us fall to people that he never dealt with?
Right.
He said, shall not. Don't it make sense that God would avenge his own chosen people?
Right. Which cry day and night unto him.
Read.
Though he bear long with them.
Let's hear the answer to the question.
I tell you that
Christ said,
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
he will avenge them. That response was like a week.
Right. Right.
He said it's in the mail. Judgment
Express.
is in the mail. I already sent it. And if they do something else, I got something else.
Right.
Y'all lucky that damn hell wasn't mingled with fire. Read.
Woo. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth.
That's for our brothers and sisters that's in France. Hey, y'all going through it right now. I know we over here. We ain't got that yet, but it's coming for us too. But y'all brothers and sisters going through it right now. This is the time. Hold on to what you have already. Hold on to your faith. The Lord already fighting for you. You can see it. He gonna hold you down to the end. You just gotta endure. That's it.
All praise to the Most High. El France. Oh, you got something?
Oh, I was about to that article.
Yeah, get your article. Go ahead. Do your thing. Get your article.
Yes, sir. All right. Hey, pull that article up. We gotta talk about the hypocrisy of France too.
Come on.
Real quick. All right, so I'm gonna read through it. All right, Charlie Hebdo shooting. On 7 January 2015, about 11:30 a.m. in Paris, France, the employees of a French satirical weekly magazine, Charlie Hebdo, were targeted in a terrorist shooting attack by two French-born Algerian Muslim brothers.
Wait. So
Bring it out.
So I'm sorry. I didn't read this article, but you are gonna get to the point where they dissolved Islam, right?
I don't think that's in there.
What? But this is an actual article of an actual shooting.
No, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's in there.
Hey, while we
know
reading this
what?
article, y'all Google how many mosques are in France.
I'm sorry.
Is it in there?
I don't know. Hey, read on.
For
For
it's in there.
sure, it's in there.
It has to be because
for sure, it's in there.
they're getting dissolved. They have to be.
Armed with rifles
Oh.
and other weapons, the duo murdered 12 people and injured 11 others. They identified themselves as members of Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, which claimed responsibility for the attack. They fled after the shooting, triggering a manhunt, and were killed by the GIGN on 9 January.
You gonna learn
So
today.
I know what it is. I figured it out. When you're not the Israelites, you're an individual. But when you're an Israel, it's the whole organization. I don't know. I didn't
Okay.
think
But
of
wait,
that.
but wait,
Crazy.
officer. But wait, they said we were incite others to do violence, but watch this. The Kushai brothers attack was followed by several related Islamist terrorist attacks across the line of France between 7 and 9 January 2015, including a hyper-cash kosher supermarket siege. But they had to shut down our one school.
So, and they still got mosques up there?
Let's see. Did y'all get that? How many mosques are in France?
They still got them up there?
I don't know. Maybe they dissolved them by decree.
They had to dissolve them.
It had to be.
I think they did. I think they did.
I don't know.
I think they did.
There are approximately 2,300 mosques in France.
Wow.
Additionally, there are around 200 to 250 more mosques that are planned.
I know what it was.
So none of them got dissolved. They're still there.
They didn't get dissolved.
Wow.
I know what it was. They had rifles. They had other weapons. They had all that stuff. but they ain't had the Bible and
They-
the truth.
they
That's
didn't
what
have-
it was.
They didn't. You in the spirit. They didn't have a real weapon.
Yeah,
of
they
mass
didn't have the
destruction.
real
Wow.
weapon. That's what it was. I get it. I get it now.
They wasn't reading.
yeah, they.
Dang,
oh,
that's what
man.
it was. If they was
wasn't
if
reading.
they was cleaning up the black community, maybe they would have got shut down.
Wait a minute.
They was reciting.
Hold up.
They wasn't. They
Hold on,
didn't
give
have
me
the
Isaiah.
original.
Give me.
Yeah, they was
Give me
reciting.
Isaiah.
They
Can I
ain't
get
had the
Isaiah
original.
34:16?
That's what it was.
Yes, sir.
Let me get Isaiah 34:16.
Crazy work.
I'm so confused. Y'all just threw something up here. Y'all just threw something up here. Give me Isaiah 34:16.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord.
The book of, go ahead.
And read.
And read. The book of the Lord is the Holy Bible, the
Right.
sacred scriptures for the Israelites only, and
Right.
to read it. Go ahead.
No one of these shall fail.
No prophecy that's written in these scriptures is going to fail. All of them is going to come to pass. Go ahead.
None shall want her mates.
You can't make the Bible with any other book in this world. So with that being said, you said they got what, officer? You said they got rifles?
Yeah, they had rifles
Uh-huh.
and other weapons,
Yup.
and you know they had that recitation that they
Grenade
call the
launchers,
Quran.
2 German Shepherds.
Yeah, they had all of that. Yeah, fat shit.
Oh,
They had
pull
all
the
that
images
right.
up. Pull the images up while they talking.
Yeah, they had
listen,
all of that.
If they got all of this, right, officer, but they wasn't reading, they did all of this and nothing got dissolved.
Nothing.
The point I'm trying to make is, if the Quran was the holy scriptures,
Uh-oh.
the mosque would have got dissolved.
Yep.
Right.
But no mosque got dissolved because the Quran that y'all are using, our people like to say, this is the true religion.
Trash.
If it was,
Right. God
if
bless.
that is the holy scriptures, if that is what
Rabahai.
God sent down here, Allah, and this is what we supposed to be reading, why that ain't dissolved?
I'm confused.
Man.
I'm confused.
Let me get John real quick. John 7:7.
Yes, sir. The book of John, chapter
That
7.
right there. You don't get that on eBay. Oh, they just take it out. But I had a whole grenade launcher on the back of the truck.
Ain't no
You
Timu rifles.
said you don't get that on eBay.
You get it on
It's crazy.
eBay. That ain't Timu right there.
John, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Watch, this is how you know Christianity ain't real. This is how you know, when I say real, as far as the religion or the teachings of the Bible. This is how you know that Islam is not the way. Because watch this. Look what Jesus said. Come on.
Then Jesus said the world cannot hate you,
Uh-huh.
but me it hateth.
It said, the world doesn't hate us. It's the one who they hate is Christ. Now, why would the world hate Christ? Watch what it says. Read on.
Because I testify of it,
Read.
that the works thereof are evil.
You see that? Christianity says God loves everybody. Prosperity. Islam says, hey, long as you convert, you can get to our heaven. Everyone is at peace. Not the God of the Bible. He's testifying and saying everything going on is evil. That's why they hate us. It makes sense. We're teaching the same teachings of Christ. I get it. So you're saying Christianity is not going to get persecuted. So that time is not going to happen, even though they read about persecution. Islam ain't going to get persecuted. They not teaching the things that's going on in the earth is evil. That's why France hates us. That's why America hates us. We're named number 3 as a hate group. Not because we teach hate, but because we teach the Bible. And God has a particular people he hates.
So we a hate group because they hate that we teach the truth.
Yes, that's what it is.
We not a hate group because we hate. We a hate group because they hate that we teach the truth. Dang. You gonna
But
learn today.
it's people that's done. It's real people that's done been hung from trees, and in all of those religions, and we're above them in the hate group thing. We're above them. Bruh. But hey, let's get the thumbnail. F France
For France.
3 times.
Let's get into it. Let's get that thumbnail. Let's get it. The Saga of Black Vikings, Part 2.
Let's go.
Part 2. Hey, look, man. It was a long week.
Yeah.
We about to get into it.
Let's bring it back to their remembrance.
Let's bring it back.
Thor
Give me-
guess, black name. Gaming, black name. Dub Jinsey, black
Black
name.
man. Dub Gale, black man. All right, let's get that. Let's start with number 10. Let's bring it back. Give me Officer Bilal, give me Job 8 and 8, and we're gonna start with number 10. Y'all please jump in when y'all need to.
The book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8.
Come on.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
That's what we have to do. We are preparing for the search of our fathers, where we go back into history to find out about our people and what they stole from us. All the things that we didn't learn in school. We don't learn this stuff in school. We go to school. They don't teach about this in history class. It ain't never about our people. We learn about a little bit about what George Washington Carver. They may tell us a little bit about Martin Luther King. After that, that's really it. We all done been to history class in school. They don't teach us about Malcolm X, all that other stuff. They'll go all the way back into the Edomite history though. Fall. You got something else?
No.
Oh, I thought you about to say something. All right, give me 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 30. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 30.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 30.
Come on.
And the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days.
The world shall be turned into what?
The old silence 7 days.
What is that old silence for 7 days? It's going into the dark ages. The Byzantine Empire. And a lot of Esau be making me mad. They call it the dark ages because it's when black people was ruling.
Right.
So that's the only reason why they called it the dark ages. But the silence is going into the Byzantine Empire, the dark ages. And we about to jump right back into it. Give me number 10. Give me number 10. Let's get it. Let's just bring everything back to our remembrance. This book is called The African Roots. And remember, last week I told y'all, don't be blinded when they say stuff like Africans or something like that because we're going to get into who they really were. Go ahead.
Older texts and folklore of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales often mention the arrival of Africans.
So they often mention the arrival of Africans. This is what we talked about last week. Go ahead.
And a distinct African presence. Not solely as visitors.
They're not the visitors.
But as the original inhabitants.
So it are people in that land that have an African presence. They black people. That was in England, Ireland, Scotland, the Wales. But not as visitors. They was the original inhabitants. I'm just bringing it all back to y'all remembrance. Just bringing everything back. Now jump down to number 19. We got to bring it back to y'all remembrance, man. Jump down to number 19. Make sure y'all pull up the title of the book.
Right.
We ain't afraid to show the title of the book. Just read the title and stuff.
The Hebrew or Iberian race.
Go ahead.
Including the Pelasgians, the Phoenicians, the Jews, the British, and others.
All right. Go to the next one. Unless you know it.
Don't make me do this again.
Yeah, go to the next one. We good. Go to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how to do it?
Yeah,
go ahead, Ib.
Yeah, Ib read Latin.
Do your thing, Ib. Show out. 1872.
All praise God.
Talking about another.
It's the other C, man. It wasn't my fault. It was the other C.
All praises.
So in the one that we just showed, the slideshow that we just showed, right? The screenshot. It said the original inhabitants of these lands were of an African presence. But remember, I told y'all, don't be confused with the term African. Hey, if y'all got the Zondervan Compact Dictionary, look up the term ham because we're going to need that. Go ahead. No, just go ahead and read this.
The element of the Hebrew race exists in high.
So the element of the Hebrew race exists in high
portion in Great Britain, Germany, and Scandinavia.
Go ahead.
And in less proportion in France.
We in France.
And the other countries on the shores of the Mediterranean.
So when that said African presence, no. It's talking about the Hebrew race that was in high proportion in those areas. I just wanted to clear that back up. We got to start there first because the space that we about to go into, I don't want nobody saying, well, why they talking about black people over there? How they even get there? Go back to part 1 and you're going to get it. We just bringing everything back. You'll remember.
You're going to learn today.
Give me the next one. Y'all got something? Y'all jump in there whenever y'all ready.
I just want keep in mind as we going through these things, as the officer is bringing it out, they called them African for a reason. That
Right.
means they were of a darker complexion, right? Look, we got to get that because, when we get to who it is, they're going to immediately think what they know today. You know what I'm saying? What they see today. Yeah, remember, we're dark people.
Oh, yeah. We went to the dark one. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we'll get that one. I got to find it. Get that, get number 23. No, we won't want him yet. Just hold it. Get number 23. Get number 23. Get the title of the book first.
Notebooks, pens, and papers.
And then it's number 7. And then we'll get number 7 for ill.
Gwen Jones, A History of the Vikings.
Right. Go ahead.
1984. Oxford University.
Here we go.
The Welsh chroniclers, for example, made no such clear distinction. The Danes coming in by way of England and the Norwegians by way of Ireland were pretty well all black.
They were all black folk. So you got people from the Danes, England, the Norwegians, Ireland were pretty well all black people. Now y'all remember the Dub Gentry, the Dub Gale, all of those. Remember that they called them what? Black Vikings or go ahead, officer.
Black Gentiles.
Or Black Gentiles. They called them other stuff too. Go ahead.
Black Norsemen.
Black Norsemen. I want y'all to remember that. Because this topic, we about to get into the Norsemen. Black Norsemen. Go ahead.
All black hosts. Pagans.
We was in the midst of paganism.
Devils. And the like.
Give me Hosea 4:17. Let me know you're ready. Give me Hosea 4:17. It said black hosts and pagans. I'm gonna hip y'all to something right quick. Read that.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 17.
Come on.
Ephraim is joined to idols.
Ephraim is the northern kingdom of Israel. Go ahead.
Let him alone.
Do what?
Let him alone.
So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of nugget. When we bringing out the scriptures and people say, "Let them alone," it's going into we say when Native American Indians, Gad, and Northern Kingdom was over here in America, they did what? A lot of human sacrifices and all that stuff, right? They worship what? The sun. They was in idolatry. We only talk about America. But Hosea 4:17, let them alone because they're in the midst of idolatry. This don't go just for America. This was all up in Germany, Scandinavia, Ireland. When we was the Danes, the Celts, we was the Vikings. We was doing all types of idolatry in the northern areas. It ain't just in America. We was doing all types of evil stuff. The northern kingdom was going off. Now was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi there a couple? Yes. But majority of northern kingdom, when God said let them alone, it wasn't just because of what they were doing in America. It's because of the idolatry that they was doing in Europe, in France, in Germany, Scandinavian, Uppsala, Josiah, all these places. Iceland. Oh, we gonna get that too. You got something else?
Yes, sir. Hey, if y'all go on the channel right quick, get me the book cover and then get me the first image I posted. Help me out, because if I'm not mistaken, officer, you pulled article number 10, and it mentioned certain locations where the so-called, what they called Africans. Okay, meaning a dark race people, right? That's what we're getting to. Watch this. Give me that book cover. All right, read that.
The Negro Question, part
4. Sorry about the glare.
The Negro Question, part 4. The missing link.
The what?
The missing link.
Now what does that say right under there?
King of Scots.
Who else?
Britain. Irish.
So these are all places that was bought out in the first part that you did last week. We just read article number 10. It said Scotland, right? Now get me the first one, the first image I posted. Read that.
Chapter 2, the Scottish Kings of England. Image location, New College Library, Edinburgh, UK.
Read this. Watch this.
I know that this image of a black King James.
Of a who?
Of a black King James.
You know the thing that I don't like about certain words placed in front of things? It gives power to the other. Like when people like to say, oh, y'all got black Jesus. No, there's no such thing as a white Jesus.
Right.
Just like there's no such thing as a white King James. But they putting a black in front of it to make it seem only because they know and understand what was pushed and forced on us. Watch this, read on.
I know that this image of a black King James can be a little confusing because of your Western education.
Your what?
Your Western education.
Where's the Vikings mainly located that we was getting into, officer? On the Eastern Hemisphere, where during the Dark Ages, there was a certain people who were ruling. He said, but on this side of the earth, it's a little confusing for you. Come on.
But this is the truth that is known by the rich and elite in the world.
The wicked rule the earth. I might have misquoted it. Job 9:24. Read on.
That was the reason I paraded all of the English historians and professors before you before I got into the bowels of this book.
Come on.
I had to get your mind ready to receive the truth.
Watch this.
King James came from a long line of black Scottish Stuart kings.
You hear that? Stuart kings. All these words, you tore all of this down last week. All of this is letting you know that same Bible, that same book went down through generation, through generation, through generation, and now we have it in our hands. Watch this, read on.
343 years of rulership in Scotland.
Watch this, read.
The Stuarts not only ruled in Scotland.
Watch this.
They ruled France.
Come on.
Spain.
Come on.
Ireland.
Read.
And England, Britain, Wales.
Where?
Wales.
That's what you just pulled. That's the very next thing. Watch this. It's not over.
King James was able to rule all these lands because of all these people were of Iberian black descent.
You see that? You see that? So the same time, listen, during the Dark Ages, we were ruling, and that's why King James wanted to convert it into English. It was a reason behind it. Watch this. Give me my next image. Just so you don't think that it happened to be by, like how they like to say, coincidence. Watch this.
Scottish Kings list.
Officer, look at the years.
Robert II, 1371 to 1390. Robert III, 1390 to 1406. James I, 1406 to 1437. James II, 1437 to 1460.
Okay, we ain't gonna get all of them.
Yes,
now
sir.
Read the bottom part.
As you can see from this Scottish Kings list, King James I of England was a descendant of the black Scottish kings.
Mic drop. All right. That's it. I mean, you can read all of it, but I don't want to take up too much what the officer got going on. The point is, during the Dark Ages, we were ruling.
Right.
We were ruling. Go ahead, officer, finish it out.
Oh, yes, sir. Who claimed the thrones of France, Spain, Ireland, England, Britain, Wales, and Scotland in order to reinforce.
Hey, why is it saying France? Could be why they so mad. They don't want things to go back to the Dark Ages again, because they see what's gonna happen. They already know. Like, wait, before we got into this place, it was already ruled by these black kings and these dark people. What are they over here teaching their history again? That's the same thing that happens over here. When you speak to Edomites, you know that's their number one fear, that we're going to do the same thing that they did to us. That's what they worried about. That's why they don't want unity. That's why they dissolve things or try to dissolve it, because they understand what thus saith the Lord. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's what they worried about. Read on.
In order to reinforce the testimony of Professor Boyd Dawkins, I have provided you with an image of other Stuart kings of Scotland.
Get number 10. Go back to the AOG channel and get number 10. Get number 10. We ain't making this stuff up. Hey, you know what all we did, officer? All we did was just read. The same thing that a certain particular people hate that we doing.
Right.
We just read it. You mad because we reading history? Oh, they mad because we used to rule France before them.
Right. Hey, look, it took a lot out of them to steal that history from us. Like, they upset. You know, it was a lot of work to steal that history. And then they done spent billions trying to keep it hidden, and all we did was open a book and find out that they lying.
It took time to do all this.
Yeah, it took time for that. That's hard work, you know. Grape gatherers leave no break.
Yeah, I get. Well, I know we took all the grapes. How they
Who
find
left a
it?
damn grape?
Who left a grape? Who left a grape? Who left a grape? That's all we needed was one. Hey, pull up number 10. on the channel, number 10. That's number 10. Pull up number 7. My apologies, y'all. There you go. Hey, show the book. Show the book if y'all can. Is there a book? Don't worry about it. This is the Ancient Britons. Go ahead.
But the traces of our black ancestry are visibly existent in 100 surnames. Some of these denote complexion. Others do so, but indirectly. The first class includes a great many. There are the clans Ruari and Dougal.
And Dougal, Douglas. We did this last week, but I just wanted to go back to it. Go ahead.
Spelt Dubgal.
Black man. No.
Are black strangers.
Go ahead.
In their own genealogy.
Read on through.
There are all the varieties of dub,
black,
such as Duff,
black,
Dow,
black,
Macduff, and others.
Right.
There are the Dons, Cars, and Dogs. And with their equivalent Duns, Browns, Grays, and Blacks.
Go ahead.
All these are color names showing a black or tawny ancestor.
So I'm going through this because these are all the terms that we used to call ourselves after the complexion of our skin. That's what you were talking about earlier. So we had to bring that back around because we about to get into a lot of dubs and stuff like that.
Heavy.
And when you go back, another term that we used to use was more that went back to moray, that goes back to Mauritania, which goes back to Yereban, which goes back to Jeroboam, who was over the northern kingdom of Israel.
Fact.
All of that goes back to each other.
Fact.
But let's get into it.
You're gonna learn today.
Go back to number 23. Officer Pollard, get me Judah chapter 16, verse 7. Go back to number 23.
The book of Judas, chapter 16 and verse 7.
Oh, don't read it yet. Show that. Go ahead.
A history of the Vikings, revised edition.
Go to the next one. Start at Black Host. You see it? Black Host.
Looking for it.
After the Black Norseman? Yep, right there.
Black Host.
Yep.
Pagans.
Yep.
Devils and the like. The history of Gorfid
all good. Go ahead.
mentions both Danes and Norwegians.
All right.
And the unknown author of Broodwit, Ronby, makes brilliant, if fantastic play with the pure white troop of Lensland,
And go ahead.
And the pure black troop of Denmark.
That's what I wanted right there. The Black Norseman and the pure black troop of Denmark. Now, it's a clip down there at the bottom of the AOG channel. I want y'all to play that. And after they play it, Officer Pollard, you can get that verse. Showing y'all something. Let's see what. Now, this is a show called The Vikings. Valhalla. Valhalla. Whatever. Valhalla. What they do is Valhalla. What'd you say? Valhalla? You got something like that. Yeah. What they like to do is Valhalla is their kingdom of heaven. They say in order to make it to Valhalla and to be with Thor and Odin, you have to put in work as a warrior on earth. They never die. They always regenerate and come back as warriors. Sound very, very familiar. That sounds very, very familiar. So in one of the scenes, this is just a clip. In one of the scenes, one of the guys in another area in Uppsala, which is where Black Vikings was too, they said, it's a group of men that I keep hearing about. Tell me about them. Play that. Play this.
Who are these strangers?
Who are these strangers?
Different.
Hold up, pause it. Who are these strangers? What was they calling us when we was over there? Black strangers. They said, who are these strangers that I keep hearing about? Started from the beginning. Go ahead and play it. Just rewind it a little bit. Just play it. There you go. Just play it.
Who are these strangers?
Different.
Different.
And used axes. Most was tall as giants.
Most was tall as giants.
I have never in my life seen men fight as these Northmen fight.
Wait. Rewind it a little bit. He said, I've never in my life seen Northmen fight like these men. They're like giants. Play it on. Play it again.
Tall as giants.
I have never in my life seen men fight as these Northmen fight.
Who are they?
We captured 2 of them who were guarding their boat. We couldn't understand anything they said at all, except one word.
Pause. I did a cliffhanger on purpose. I did a everybody said what? But they said we've never seen men fight like these Norsemen has fought. They're giants. They're huge. Who are these people? We gonna get into it. We about to get into it. Now read that from the officer.
The book of Judah, chapter 16 and verse 7.
Yep, I think that's
For
what
the mighty one did not fall by the young men.
Go ahead.
Neither did the sons of the Titans.
The sons of the who?
Titans.
The sons of the Titans. Go ahead.
Smite him.
Who were these Titans? They were talking about the children of Israel. We were the Titans in the Bible. It said earlier in that clip, these men were like giants. They fought like nothing that we've ever seen before. Unless I'm bugging, another term for Titan is a what? Is a giant. We not making this up, man. We not making this up. Now go to number 25. Now go to number 25. No, go to number 24. My apologies. Yep, number 24. Number 24. And get the book title.
Our nationalities.
Our nationality. Here's where it gets crazy at. Watch this. Go ahead.
Who are the Welsh?
Who are the Welsh? Now, Officer Ib, why in the world am I reading something about the Welsh? Does that make sense, Officer Minham? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
1881.
White eyes only. Go ahead. Let's get it.
Although the Romans observed several distinct varieties of people in Britain,
Mm-hmm.
these dark Welshmen were unlike the reputed Cymry or Gales.
Kimry or Gales. So first of all, the Romans said, okay, when we went over here, we seen dark Welshmen over here. It's not like anything we've seen before. Huh? Exactly. Go ahead. That was perfect. Go ahead.
Who are they?
Who were they? Read.
Who were they?
Yep.
Being so very dark in skin and hair.
This is what you went into, officer, earlier about King James. Go ahead.
The Silurians.
The Silurians. Go ahead.
Were pronounced by some to be of Phoenician origin.
Who are the Phoenicians? Who are the Phoenicians? The Phoenicians are the Israelites.
Right.
They're the Jews. The Silures or the Iberians and the Phoenicians are all the same people. Read on.
Tradition came in aid to this hypothesis.
Uh-huh.
For there were not wanting stories of the visits of Phoenicians.
Come on.
But that departed nation of merchant traders has been credited with all sorts of things by writers upon very slight foundation.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
That the dark Welsh.
The dark Welsh?
Like the dark Irish.
So you have dark people living in Ireland. Didn't we just read that about King James? How he ruled over all that area? Go ahead.
Were never much given to the sailors' craft is a proof that they were hardly Phoenicians.
Uh-huh. Come on.
The Silures of Wales have been almost universally associated with the Ibri.
With the Ibri or
Iberians.
Like I said before, the Silures, the Iberians, the Phoenicians, all of those are Israelites. They are the Jews. That's who they are. They're the same race of people. Go ahead.
They were not Celts.
They were not Celts. Now, I think we were talking about this earlier, Officer David. Those Celts are talking about the Edomite Celts that came later, took over that land and started calling themselves the Celt or the Celtics or whatever they want to call it, the Celtic. Go ahead.
Either in Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, France, or Spain.
Uh-huh.
Wherever they have been recognized.
Wherever they have been recognized. Go ahead.
They may have been called Black Celts.
Black what?
Black Celts.
They were called the Black Celts. Go ahead.
But were truly before the Celts came into those countries.
That's who they was. You got something else?
It just tripped me out. I read that last part of the sentence before he read it.
Uh-oh.
It said they may have been called Black Celts, but they was truly there before those white Celts arrived in those lands.
Yes.
Gee.
Like I read earlier, officer, it said the Hebrew race was in high proportion in these areas. I just posted something on the channel. Go all the way to the bottom. Go all the way to the bottom. We about to get into it. Go all the way to the bottom. And pull that up. There you go. Read. Yep, that's it. Watch this.
In corroboration of the view that the Hebrews, Pulaski
that we just read,
Phoenicians, and Jews,
what?
Were essentially the same race.
They was the what?
The same race.
So I didn't make this up. These are white eyes only.
Hey, that's not be funny because you doubters would say, man, he's stretching. Hey, man, he's reaching. And then we know that you need to hear it from the white man. We got all the books. We did all the research. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. That's I don't know if y'all realize that's why we bring out the year. So you can realize that we didn't do it. It was written by, I'm being serious. Why do you think Bishop does that? He's like, what's the title of the book? What year it was written? So you can realize it shouldn't be that way. But it has to be because we know that you niggas don't listen.
Because we black.
We ain't nothing black, but go ahead, back to it. You damn Swate Pete's.
The view that the Hebrews, Pulaski, Phoenicians, and Jews were essentially the same race.
So we didn't make that up. Go ahead.
It may be remarked that as the Jews, who are admittedly Hebrews.
So even the scholars know that the Hebrews and the Jews are the same people. Even they know that. Go ahead.
Have long been and
have long been
and still are great traffickers.
We are great traffickers on the sea.
So beyond all dispute were the Phoenicians.
We were the Phoenicians.
Peony.
The Peony.
Finny.
We were the Finny.
Vins.
We were the Vins.
Or Vandals.
And we were the Vandals. All of those were Israelites. Northern Kingdom of Israel living in those areas that inhabited that way before Esau even came over there.
Hit the bomb!
That was us. So I wasn't making that up. So we got books to prove it. Now go to number 25. You're going too far. I wish I could do that. Go to number 25. The Hebrew or the Iberian race. Go to the next one. All right, start at the Vandals. Now we just clearly in case somebody else want to get I don't know why they keep trying us. But no, that don't say y'all was the okay. It don't say we was the Vandals. Read that for me, officer.
The Vandals have been already referred to in connection with the Hebrews.
With the who?
With the Hebrews.
Wow. So we not making this up. We can read now. The Vandals of that land were Israelites. But they called them Africans earlier. That's why I told you, hey, listen, that's why I started with the high proportion first. Go ahead, watch the next one.
Our Cimbri.
Who was the Cimbri? Remember, the Cimbri goes back to Gael, goes back to Gaul, goes back to the Galatians, which is said earlier was the bulk of Ephraim, Northern Kingdom. Go ahead.
Of Germany.
Go ahead.
Forming the Hebrews, our Cimbri, and the Vandals.
Or what?
Substantially the same race of people.
The same race of people. Keep going.
Much in the same way as the English and the Scottish are known to be British.
Those are white folks, but go ahead.
And what clinches the proof on this?
So he's about to give you the proof on this. What clinches the proof?
On this point, in a most singular and highly interesting manner is the fact.
Now watch this. Now, Officer Pilar, I want you to read this slow. I want everybody to watch this. Go ahead. Now, it's an interesting matter is the fact. Go ahead.
The fact already alluded to.
I already alluded to you with this in this book, but I'm about to double down on it. Go ahead.
That the Jews have been.
The Jews have been.
Before.
Was before.
And during
the
period of written history.
The Jews was there before, during the written period of history, meaning we was already there. Right. Go ahead.
Are and still are.
And we are still are till this day. Go ahead.
More numerous in Germany.
In Germany?
And Poland.
Then where?
Than in any other country in the world.
So stop trying to tell us that Israelites was only in one place. We was all over the earth. Stop playing with us, man. Stop playing with us. The Jews was there before, in the middle, and during, and still are. Remember the other one said not visitors, but the original inhabitants. This is another book written by so-called white people that said we was already there. Stop playing.
What the hell
Stop
you gonna
playing
do?
with- What the hell you gonna do? Stop playing with us. Get the other one that said number 25. And get Romans chapter 15.
Yes, sir. So France got to burn the Bible and history books.
Yeah, they mad because we was already there. Don't get upset because we were already there. We laid the foundation for y'all. Shut up. Hey. Know what we talking about? Whole Romans 15 and 28.
You better shut your white mouth.
That's what they right. Show number 25 is the second one. The one that I put show after this one. Yep, now I want y'all to watch this. Say that book title.
Anacalypsis.
Anacalypsis. I know why you laughing. I got some.
Because you needed him to say it so you can repeat it. I know how that go. I used that move before. He said, "Go ahead, read that."
Anacalypsis. Anacalypsis. This is the book. When was it written?
London, 1836.
1836. Now, this is a portion in this book, and I'm going here for a reason. Remember, we in all these areas. Hey, Officer David, help me out. What do you think we was doing in those areas? Just take a guess. What do you think?
Well, I say we was ruling.
We was ruling. Okay, what you think, Officer Manhattan? Yes, we was ruling. What else? What you think we was doing?
I don't know. You got me.
Okay, what do you think, Ib?
Probably a bunch of idolatry.
Bunch of idolatry was. Yeah. What you got, Officer Ply? You got something?
I agree. Idolatry and rulership.
And rulership.
Simultaneously.
I like that. All of those are correct. Go to the next slide. Let's see what we was doing over there. Read that.
The evidence indicates that blacks in ancient times came to Britain from Spain.
From where?
From Spain.
Now give me Romans 15. They like to say we wasn't in Spain. Give me that.
Romans chapter 15 and verse 28.
Yep.
When therefore I perform this and have sealed to them this fruit.
He has sealed to them this fruit.
I will come by you into Spain.
Why was Paul going into Spain? To teach them the word of God. Why was he going over there? Because it was northern kingdom of Israel living in Spain. So we got books that say we were in Spain. Now hold up. Before we go back to that book, it's going to say something else. We're going to now pull that back up, my friend. We're going to keep reading and get the Zonovan Compact Bible Dictionary ready. Right there, officer. Read that. Now, first of all, we read last week how Israelites was already in Britain. Right. We read how Simon, the apostle, went over to Great Britain to teach the northern kingdom of Israel. We read that book. Go ahead. From Spain. Go ahead.
From Spain.
Felix,
Arabia. Egypt.
Y'all know we was there?
Ethiopia.
That's Acts 8, right? Read.
West Africa. India, Persia.
Right.
Persia. And what is today called Denmark.
So we was all in these areas, but this is what we destroyed last week. But this is something else I want. Remember, it said Africans. Right. We read how they were the Hebrew race. Right. And this one it says, I see your face, is this one it says the blacks. Now, in the Zonovan Compact Bible Dictionary, it gave a clear distinction of what, Officer David?
It gave a clear distinction between Ham and the Negroes.
And the Negroes, right?
And the Negroes.
Okay.
Yes.
Pull up the Zonovan Compact Bible Dictionary. Put that Ham up right quick.
Ham.
Read that for me, officer.
Perhaps means hot. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
I'm doing this for a reason, officer. I'm doing this for a reason. Go ahead.
And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
Come on.
He became the progenitor of the dark race.
So Ham was the progenitor of the dark races. Go ahead.
Not the Negroes.
So not the Negroes. So that means, so even the so-called white man know we are different from actual Africans. We are different. But who are the real Hamites? Go ahead.
But the Egyptians.
Yep.
Ethiopians.
Yep.
Libyans.
Yep.
And Canaanites.
So those are the real Hamites or Africans. We all understand that. Now go back to that page that we were just at. Start from the beginning, Officer Ply.
The evidence indicates that blacks in ancient times came to Britain from Spain.
I'm saying that I want him to reiterate it because it say blacks. That still can mean Africans. But let's see. Go ahead.
Felix Arabia.
Yep.
Egypt.
Yep.
Ethiopia. West Africa.
Yep.
In Persia. And what is today called Denmark.
Go ahead.
These Negroes were builders.
Wait. Not Africans. These black people, they call them these what?
These Negroes.
So they are telling you these are not Africans. So who are these Negroes? They were Israelites. And Ply, what was they doing when they was living in these lands in the eastern region? Go ahead.
We're builders.
We were builders.
Scientists.
We were scientists.
Masters of ocean
Come
travel.
on.
And inventors of letters.
Inventors of letters.
According to Higgins.
What was the inventors of letters? Come on, Imp. What was the inventors of letters? They talking about the Holy Scriptures.
Let's go.
That's what they talking about. We wasn't just in these lands, we just over here, we out of Persian captivity, we just over here chilling. No, when we was the same thing we did when we fled into Africa, we did on this side of the world. So in Germany and Spain and Arabia and France and Scandinavia and Uppsala, all these places, we were builders, we were scientists, we were masters of the ocean, inventors of letters. We weren't just chilling. And according to Higgins, they built what?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Hey, look,
Okay.
bruh, you know what's crazy? You know how you be watching those shows, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
they be like, yeah, it's crazy how we found this architecture over here and that architecture over there. We talk about it a lot when we talk about the pyramids and all that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But even the homes, the different ways that they did things, it was all because that was the same people in all of those places.
Hey,
it was the
those
same
places.
people in all of those places.
Yes.
But
Pull up
Stonehenge is crazy.
so people know what we talking
exactly
about.
what I was
Pull up
talking
Stonehenge is crazy.
And it
Pull
goes
it up.
deeper. All of those like relics and ancient
Yes.
buildings, they're all in a line with each other. They
Right.
show like a topography on a map.
Yeah,
It
topographical.
show that they're all
Hey.
all in symmetry with each other.
Yes.
They
You know-
intersect each other.
You know what's crazy is, hey, look, man, white people didn't do nothing, man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, bro. Hey,
Y'all
look,
didn't do nothing.
they did. They stole. That's what they did.
A fugitive and a vagabond.
Y'all didn't do
That's
nothing.
it. Fugitive and a
Nation of
vagabond.
kleptomaniacs.
Y'all didn't build those castles. Y'all stole them.
Anything great, like
You know how great that place is? It's so great that Esau be saying, yeah, ancient aliens had to come down and build this. You know they say the same thing about the pyramids.
They said, yeah.
They call them
Aliens had-
ancient aliens because that's why they call them aliens today.
They said that
That's-
it had to be somebody from outer space that did
Hip
that.
talk.
Y'all niggas?
Yeah, it's hip talk.
Y'all
Nah,
didn't do
they
that.
know who it is. They know who
Hey,
did it. It's hip talk.
Let me back
got something?
you up. Yep. Let me get that first image out of the same book. Look at this. Watch this. Is it up there? All right, all praises. And then get the second one ready for me as well.
where you want to start off?
I want to start where I might have cut it to. Go ahead, read from the top.
Yes, sir. Title: America as the Land of Opportunity.
No. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Author: Benjamin Franklin, 1751.
So what this is he did some research about the Berlin Conference, and we know it was about 14, maybe 15 so-called white nations that attended the Berlin Conference. But look what he came across. Go ahead.
Why increase the sons of Africa in America? All Africa is tawny, black.
Uh-huh.
Asia chiefly tawny, black. America exclusive of the newcomers, wholly so. In Europe, the Spaniards, French, Italians, Russians, and Swedes are generally of what we call a swarthy black complexion.
Read.
So are the Germans also.
So now granted, this was just an essay that he wrote prior to his what do you call more of his fame, right? But in his research, look what he found out. These nations before the Berlin Conference was mainly what color people? Go ahead.
Benjamin Franklin list of black nations in Europe, 1751.
So we just read earlier about King James and how they already ruled, officers bringing out the time even before the 1300s. They were already in rulership or in the land known as Vikings. Watch this. Go ahead.
Spain, black. France, black. Italians, black. Russians, black. Swedes, black. Germans, black. America,
black.
Now, from then all the way to the Berlin Conference, you got about a good 75, 85 years, right? Watch this. This is now when they went into rulership. Look what happened to the land. It's the same place, but watch this.
France, white.
What?
Britain, Ireland, white. Scotland, UK, white. Germany, question. Portugal, white. Italy, question. Netherlands, white.
Spain, all of that, right? For a lot of y'all who don't know, the Berlin Conference is about how the Europeans is going to divide and conquer the African nations. That's what they did with the land. They took it and conquered. That's why today you have I forget the percentage, but a lot of Africa is ruled by the so-called Frenchmen, the so-called Britain, the so-called Edomites are ruling because of 1885, the Berlin Conference. Watch this though. Why would they first conquer Europe, so-called Asia Minor, the scriptures? They conquered that and then went into Africa. Give me my second photo. Watch this. This is out of Babylon to Timbuktu. Officer, you just read what kind of people they were in those lands. Watch this. Come on, officer.
The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribe.
Wait. So there's a difference between the Israelite and the Egyptian? Right. There's a difference between the black Jews and African tribes. Our people need to hear this. When we were in Sierra Leone, I'm going to be real. The majority, I ain't talking about like 85. I'm talking about almost everyone in Sierra Leone looks like so-called African Americans, bro. You would think because you're in Africa, you have to decipher who might be Ham. No, they all look. And then when a Hamite woke up, you're like, nah, that brother's a Hamite, bro. Right. You can clearly tell. You just like, nah, yeah. You can tell. You see their features, their height, their feet, everything. You just like, nah, that brother is an African. What did it say? Read that part again.
The black Jews had an advantage over the African tribe.
Watch this.
They carried their culture, history, laws, and written records with them.
Whoa. What would that be? Where can we today collectively find our culture, history, laws, and written records? In the Bible.
That's right.
It said the black Jews carried the Bible with them. Come on.
This assured them a constant precedent over the development.
The what?
This assured them a constant precedent for the development of a higher social organization.
Ooh, the Bible is the standard for a higher social organization. Come on.
Because of the stability of the black Jewish culture, the Jews were not absorbed into the
Good one. Read on.
autochthonous population. In fact, the Jews absorbed some of the native tribes. The Jews made use of every opportunity.
Watch this.
They were an industrious and skillful people.
Whoa. So when we fled into Africa, we were a what? Industrial and skillful people. You just pulled it and said when we were in Europe, we were industrial and skillful as well. That's crazy. Why is it everywhere we go, we seem to build? Because we are the children of God. It don't matter where you at in the earth. That is what we do. Read on.
In the Jewish Ghanaian states were found kings.
What?
Princes. Governors.
Come on.
Generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters.
Now, why would that be? Because when you read Acts 2, we came out of every nation. That's why Christ said in Luke, wherever you at, don't come to Jerusalem when the persecution starts. Read on.
Mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leather workers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturists, etc.
Give me Matthew 5 to show exactly what those things are. A city set on a hill cannot be hid. So it doesn't matter where you put the Jews, we're going to thrive. We're going to thrive, and that's why every nation rises up against us. You got that?
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 14.
Yep.
Ye are the lights of the world.
Come on.
A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid.
Bishop says it all the time. That one 4-letter word, city, you know what it takes to run that? All those things we just read. Architect, doctor, engineers, all of those things is inside of a city. That's why when we went north of Jerusalem into Europe and Asia, we flourished. When we went south into Africa and we fled into the mountains, we flourished. I almost said flourish. I was about to make a word up. You understand? It doesn't matter because we have something different. We got the Bible. It's in our DNA and our genealogy, and we kept those records. That's why we know exactly how to flourish in any society. Go ahead.
Hey, officer, when you was like in Matthew 5 when it said a city that cannot be hid, right? Everywhere the Israelites was at, we made sure people knew we was there. That's why wherever you go, it's always some type of artifact or something somewhere to let you know why that go back to this, and then that go back to this, and then it eventually goes back to Hebrew. That's Hebrew writing. Why is it? Because we always left a mark at where we was at. Somebody? Okay. All right. Here we go. Pull number. We're gonna backtrack because I gotta get some. Now we about to get into it. Go to number 16. You don't gotta pull the book title. Go to number 16. All right. Go to number 16. Now we about to get into it. What you talking about? Yeah. I just want the first. Just read.
The Viking peoples who lived between the neck of Jutland and the
Lofoten's.
Song.
This is what I wanted.
And Uppsala.
That's all I wanted. And Uppsala. So you had black Vikings living in Uppsala. Hey. I want y'all to look up. We did it last week. Pull up Uppsala. Where's that at? Look up Uppsala.
Let's go.
And then we about to get into it. Uppsala is. Yep, there you go, over there on the right. Uppsala is near.
Uppsala is a city near Stockholm in Sweden.
In where?
Sweden.
So we had black Gentiles, black strangers, dub genti, black Vikings, Israelites in Sweden in a place called Uppsala. I ain't even never heard of Uppsala. That's what I had to watch the TV show to figure out what this was and start looking it up as I'm doing my history. Now, I want you to look up where was the stone of Odin and Thor? Where is it? Yeah, work with me, IT. Hey. Let's see where it's at. Just put the stone of Odin and Thor is where? Let's see. I didn't send it. Yeah.
Hey, okay. There you go.
Nah, that's not it. That's not it. Hold up.
Hey, while he doing that, can I get a script?
Yep, go ahead.
Get Jeremiah 10 and 16. Hey, look, because
that was good though, but that ain't what I want.
Everything, the Vikings on the ships, the Phoenicians, all the great nations and inventors of the world, everything was done by the children of Israel. That's why, like Officer read, we are the light of the world. You read above that, we're the salt of the earth.
Right.
Read that real quick.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 16.
Yes, sir.
The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things.
We not like these other nations. We not them. We are the gods of the earth. When you see former of all things, God's creates. God's build. All the great things you've seen, the 7 wonders of the world, except for, hell, I didn't give them that credit for that. Cause I think the Eiffel Tower is included in that. I think some of the other things are included. We built that stuff.
Yeah, right.
They wasn't doing that. We built that stuff.
They ain't built.
Right.
We built everything. And we maintain what we built. That's why they need us. That's why they won't send us back to Africa. They won't get rid. They need us. That's why I said the scriptures say they that hold them will not let them go. I'm misquoting it. I'm misquoting it. But that's why they need us. We made everything. Don't ever look at history with a white man face and just assume that it belongs to them. Just assume that they're those great people. We are everything.
Right.
Yep.
You want to finish that script?
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
And Israel is the rod of his inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord of hosts is his name.
Boom, there you go. We the ones the Bible belong to.
I just wanted to make a point off of what he said.
Yep.
You realize that not only the officer said that we left a mark, we build things, they know that we were there, all that greatness is us. But he said we maintain what we built. In most instances, it's built so good that it don't need no changing. Just for an example, we went to a plantation, just a little steer off the road real quick. We went to a plantation to do a tour in one of the plantations down here in North Carolina. And there was a barn, a mule house that was built there, right? And they built it with the slaves that built it came up from the Caribbeans. They were boat builders by trade, right? They came, right, Benjamin, right. So they came up, they paid for them and rented them to come up and build that mule house, right? 3-story mule house. It's been there since before the emancipation. It was the last thing built on that plantation. Before the emancipation, that was what, 1860 something? I mean, 1960 something? 1860 something, right? Yeah. So it's been there a minute, right? It has never needed maintenance. It has never needed to be rebuilt. And guess what? It was built without using a single nail. It's fastened together using dovetail joints and stuff like that. The beams were cut by hand. You can still see the hatchet marks in them. Like they said earlier, they fought with axes. I never seen Norsemen fight like this. They had axes. They was over there with swords and shields. We beat them with axes. We beat them with hand tools. You know what I'm saying? But everything in there had never needed to be maintained. And it's been there. It's been through. Y'all know North Carolina's hurricane country. It ain't shook. It ain't moved an inch.
Bruh.
Like the pyramids. They can't figure out how we did that stuff.
Bro, get Exodus 20 and 25. I got to get this. And then we'll get back to it. Exodus 20 and 25.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 25.
Come on.
And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone.
Any altar of stone?
Thou shalt not build it of hewn stone.
Go ahead.
For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it.
Thou hast what?
Polluted it.
We didn't lift up any tool to build these things because the Lord said it would have been polluted. So we did what? Dovetail it. Fasten them together. Fitly joined together. Just like the temple of God. See how I threw that in there? Oh, all praise. You got something to do?
Yeah, I'll pull something out right quick because you got to understand, although we were used in the land of our captivity, we were always building. Like we was in Egypt, we were building. Give me Daniel 1 and 3, 3 through 4. We're gonna go into that because we understand that like we built the White House. We built those Eiffel Towers, like you were saying, officer. We built a lot of things, treasure cities. Yes, that's we built things, right? Because we're builders, right? Read
Daniel chapter 1 and verse 3. And the king spake unto Aspenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel.
Certain Jews, right? Certain children of Israel, read.
And of the king's seed. And of the princes. Children, in whom was no blemish.
Children with no blemish, right?
But well favored.
We were well favored. We're always going to be well favored because we are the salt of the earth. Read on.
And skillful.
And what?
And
skillful in what?
In all wisdom.
In all wisdom, right? Read on.
And cunning in knowledge.
We understand science, math, geometry, shapes, all that stuff we knew. Read on.
And understanding science.
There it is.
And such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace.
Right. We had jobs and prestigious jobs because of our knowledge and skill sets. We were standing with we'll say presidents or dignitaries today, right? So for when the prophets, when we go out and teach our leaders, they do meeting with dignitaries and people of power of different countries, right? Because of how we carry ourselves. We are the prophets of God. Read on.
Right. And whom they might teach the learning. Who they might teach the learning and the tongue of the child.
We also taught languages, right? Going back to what we was bringing out. We are mighty and great people. We just got to make sure we keep God's laws and the faith in Christ.
All right, let's get it. So earlier we said we was in Uppsala, right? Uppsala. Now I got to go speed course. We about to get it. Uppsala. Uppsala was where? In Sweden. We read earlier that Israelites was in Sweden. Read that for me, officer.
The stone of Odin.
Is your mic on? Is your mic on?
I think they turned me down a little bit.
Turn it. Yeah. All right. Okay.
The stone of Odin and Thor.
The stone of Odin and Thor
refers to the royal mounds in Gamla, Uppsala, Sweden.
In Gamla, Uppsala, Sweden. Why are we bringing up Odin and Thor? We're bringing up Odin and Thor because that's who the Vikings in the TV shows, that's who they be worshiping.
Bring it out.
They praise Thor and they worship who? Odin. Well, we had Israelites or Negroes living in Sweden, according to the books that we read. that was in Uppsala. In Uppsala, it was certain, and Stonehenge and all those places, it was certain temples that was built in these places.
Right.
Didn't it say we were the builders and stuff? Wait a minute. One of the things that was built in Uppsala was a temple. It's a picture at the bottom of AOG. Let's see what was inside the temple. Look at that. Do you know who that is? That's the stone of Odin and Thor.
No.
Who built this?
Those African masks right there.
Who built this? Who built this? Why are we talking about Odin and Thor and black people in Sweden, and they built a temple, and inside the temple they built Odin and Thor?
Look at the lips. Look at the lips and the nose on the one on the right.
Officer Pala, I'm so confused why we were doing this. I'm so confused. Get me number 26. Now it's showtime. Uppsala is in Sweden, where and when you look in the Vikings TV show, all of them love going to Uppsala because that's where the stone of Odin and Thor is at. That's where it was built at. Read that for me.
The Norse discovery of America.
The Norse, or the Norsemen. Remember we was talking about that earlier when it said, I've never seen people fight like the Norsemen. Who are these people? Go ahead.
1906.
1906. Go to the next one. No, go again. Go again. Right there. Start at successive. The second
Successive conquest by the Vikings.
Successive conquest by the Vikings.
Saxons.
Anglo-Saxons.
Danes.
Normans.
The
Norsemen.
etc. Consistently thread through the story of the English.
Go ahead.
And should need no further mention here.
Read.
Part of the omissions with regard to the historical facts of their racial compositions.
She said people try to omit certain historical facts based on their racial composition. So wait a minute. It's too much history of these black people, these Negroes over here. We need to omit some of this stuff. She said, no, I'm going to put it in the book of the history that I found when I was over there. She said, I'm going to put it in there. Go ahead.
Apart from the omissions with regard to the historical facts of the racial compositions,
come on.
A quote by Arthur Gwynne Jones is that the Vikings were not of one pure Nordic race.
A lot of people like to say they was only white folks, but they wasn't only them. Go ahead.
Within this, we have black Norsemen.
We have black Norsemen. Black Norsemen. Read on.
Mentioned in the sagas like Thorstein the Black.
Wait a minute. Thorstein the Black. I thought it was only one Thor, Officer Minahan. I thought it was only one Thor.
We were bewitched, bro. We were bewitched.
We was bewitched. Esau took this history that was omitted because of the people's racial complexion and took it and made Thor one person. But what we're here to tell you is Thor wasn't just one person.
Right.
It wasn't just one. Go ahead. So we got Thorstein the Black.
And other Africans.
There go that term again. You know how they try to throw that in there. But they was really Israelites. Go ahead.
Like Thorhall.
We got Thorhall.
The hunter.
The what?
The hunter.
We got Thorhall the hunter. Go ahead.
A Viking who was the mentor and closest companion of Eric the Red.
Eric the Red was also a black Viking. Go ahead.
A seafarer who charted uncharted territory.
Wait a minute. So we went to areas that wasn't even charted? How do we get over there? Because we knew how to get over there. Shout out to Issachar. Shout out to them. We already knew how to get over there. And our forefather Solomon, he already made those certain trade routes. Why? Because we were the Iberians too.
Right.
Go ahead.
Described as a large man.
So Thorhall was a large man. Go ahead.
Strong.
He was strong.
Black.
He was what?
Black.
He was black like a what?
And like a giant.
Didn't we read something about the Titans earlier? Then who is this white man that they are scrolling on all these Marvel superheroes? Who is that? Go ahead.
Based on this and beyond a racist ideology.
A racist ideology. Go ahead.
It is beyond every stretch of the imagination to believe that some of the Viking conquerors of England were African.
Were African.
Among the Danes, too, is a noted black
presence.
A black presence among the Danes. So we got Thorstein, we got Thorhall, we're going to have more like Thorfinn. We're going to have a lot more. But the point I'm starting with is it wasn't just one. And it was stones built to a Thor and a Odin. Sounds familiar. Go back one. Go back one. Right there. Read that for me, officer. Let's get some history on the expedition to the settlements. Go ahead, go down. Right there, you do that. The beginning of the what voyage?
The beginning of the Vinland voyage.
What in the world? What in the world? Vinland. Go to the highlighted part.
Also with them. And
So
Thorvald.
it says Eric the Reed, also, he went also with them. Go ahead.
Also with them and Thorvald, the son of Eric.
Wait, we got another Thor? We have another Thor. We have Thorstein the Black. We had Thornhall. Now we got Thorvald. Go ahead.
And Thorhall, who was called the Hunter.
That's exactly what we just read. Keep going.
He had long been with Eric and served him as a huntsman in summer and steward in winter.
Keep going.
He was a large man.
Thorhall was a large man. Ain't that what they say in the Marvels, how the white guy's like the strongest, he's the biggest? Go ahead.
And strong. Black and like a giant.
Like a giant. You know he black. Watch this. Read the next part. Watch this.
Silent.
Sometimes he was silent.
And foul-mouthed in his speech.
Oh, yeah. One of my ancestors.
Oh yeah. One of your ancestors. He might be mentioned. Go ahead.
And always egged on Eric to the worst.
To the worst. He was. Come on now. He was always. Hey. Come on, man. You go ahead and do that. Come on, bro. You scared? Go ahead.
He was a bad Christian.
He was a bad Christian. Thor was a bad Christian. Go ahead.
He was well acquainted with the uninhabited parts.
Go ahead.
He was in the ship with Thorvald.
That's another Thor. Remember, if you look up, that's Thorvald. This is Thorvard. It's another Thor. Go ahead.
With Thorvard and Thorvald.
Watch this.
They had the ship which Thorborn.
Go ahead.
Had brought out from Iceland.
From where?
Iceland.
What is black folks doing in Iceland? David, why was we in Iceland? What are we doing over there? Because we was charting territories that was uncharted. That's why we was over there. They said we was masters of travel in the what? In the sea. Come on, man. Go to the next one. Let's see now. Get Genesis chapter 32, verse 28. Let's see what Thor is. Read Genesis chapter 32, verse 28. So far, we got a lot of Thors. Thor this, Thor that, Thor this, Thor that. Thor isn't just one person like the so-called white man love to say. Thor was just a name given to all of the male children. That's all it was. Watch this, read.
Genesis chapter 32 and verse 28.
Hey, out 5.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God.
So now, when you read in the scriptures, we never see a last name of the Israelites because they all were surnamed what? Israel.
Right.
Well, this particular people who fell into idolatry, who went away from their actual name that God gave them, that's what Officer Minham pulled last week, and began to call themselves something else. They begin to call themselves by another name other than Israel. Give me the definition of Thor. Read number 3.
Thor, a male given name.
A what?
A male given name.
Thor is just a male given name. So these particular Negroes, you got something? These particular Negroes that was living in these lands, that was there before anybody else got over there. We read that. They began to call their male children, they began to, whatever their name was, they put Thor in the beginning of it. Who does that sound like? That's a very high coincidence about something else. It just leads me to go somewhere else. Get Exodus 20. You got something, David? Get Exodus 20. If you got something, let me know. Get Exodus 20. What was Thor called? Ib, help me out. What was Thor called? The so-called white man, Thor. The movie, the Marvels. What was he called? The god of what?
Lightning.
And what else?
Hammer.
And what? Lightning and thunder? Wow. He was the god of lightning and thunder. In Uppsala, they built a statue for Odin and Thor. Read Exodus chapter 20, verse 18.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 18.
So when the children of Israel was getting the commandments, the Lord came down to talk to them. The Lord. Read verse 18.
And all the people saw the thunder.
They saw the what?
The thunder.
The thunder?
And the lightning.
Read on.
And the noise of a trumpet.
What else?
And the mountain smoking.
Uh-huh.
And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off.
So when the Lord came down, it was nothing but thunderings and lightnings. What is Thor, according to the so-called white man? The god of what? Thunder and lightning. All of that is synonymous for Christ. That's what it is. Because we created that. But when we went into Hosea 4 and 17, I told y'all that idolatry went deeper. We began to change the names of even our gods. Right. So when you see white people or these Viking stores that's in y'all areas, whatever, and they be like, Odin, Thor. They talking about black people. Y'all talking about black people. Because we was already there. That's what they talking about. Go back. Where we at now? Go to number. You got something else? Go ahead.
Hey, real quick, let's get those images right quick. I ain't gonna be long. I'm not. So I just wanted to be known. We did not make this. We didn't do this. For some strange reason, someone decided to compare the two. I don't know who decided to do that.
We don't know who did that. Yeah.
They just decided to do it. Now let's look at some similarities.
Go to.
Look at this.
Oh wow.
You can't make this up. I'm just sitting here. I said, you know what? This sounds. If they whitewashed Jesus, he was blonde hair. They made him blonde hair and blue eyes. I said, damn, that's just what Thor looked like. Let me see if this gonna pop up. Look at this. You can't make this up.
Ooh. You can, because they did.
You know what? You 100% right.
They made it up.
Bro, they covered the faces of the judges. Look at this. Go back to the other picture. Look at this. They look like the same person,
It looked
bro.
just like Caesar Borgia.
Yes. They made sure in the Avengers they put white Jesus. He's part of the Avengers. We're here to save.
And he's
crazy.
He's the strongest one in the Avengers.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That's what they like to
Hell
push.
of a drug.
Go to number 28.
I just
that was fire.
Thor means thunder too.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. Go to number 28. Read that highlighted portion for me, Os. Let's go. We almost done, too. Hey, all praises. We almost done. We down to 2 more. Go ahead, read that.
At the time when Rick's Fula was being written, there is no evidence of prejudice or dissension between the two types.
Go ahead.
Harald Fairhair was the first king of all Norway.
Wait. Harald Fairhair was the first king of Norway. Read this.
His father was Halfdan the Black.
His father was Halfdan the Black. What was his father?
Swarthy.
Black. So the first king of Norway was a black man, an Israelite.
You sure they weren't called Edomite the Black?
I don't
think so, right? That don't make sense.
Edomite the Black is
it don't make sense.
Unheard of.
Jeez.
Like, you know how we read Genesis 25?
Right.
You know how we read Genesis 25? We'd be like, you know, Esau, why are they distinguishing his color because everybody else was one color? So for them to say his son's like, oh, it's Halfdan the fair hair, that means everybody was black. They're like, this black kid, though, he got some different hair. His hair came out a little different. We're going to name him after that. That means everybody else had nappy hair, though.
Go ahead. We almost done.
See, you got that good hair. That's what we say in the world. Where we at?
And the 2 of his sons.
And the 2 of his sons were likewise called Halfdan.
Read.
One nicknamed the White.
So his name was the
Histy.
White. But remember, his dad was black. So he's called the White because he's just what? Light skinned. That's it. Read on.
The other, reminiscently, the Black.
The other one was very dark skinned. The other one was very black. Go ahead.
According to the Eagle Saga.
They called him the Black. The Eagle Saga. We're going to get that in a second. Go ahead. Eagles. Go ahead.
Of the 2 famous sons of Kevdolf.
Kevdolf. Watch this. He got famous sons called what?
Thorolf.
That's another Thor. Thorolf.
Was tall and handsome like his mother's people.
Go ahead.
But Grim
took
after his father.
Watch what they call him.
And was black and ugly.
so Thorolf was light skinned, but he well, they just called him black and ugly, but you know how that goes. Go ahead.
Grim's sons.
Uh-huh.
Thorolf and
I'm
Eagle.
sorry. Hey, y'all do know we go to these books. You gotta the spirit gotta be on you when you read it. No, pull that. Stay right there. Stay right there. I want you to go, Officer Polite, and read the top of that again. They are crafty as hell. Read that.
At the time when Rick Pula was being written, there is no evidence of prejudice or dissension between the 2 types.
What? How did he get black and ugly?
Right.
What are you talking about? Maybe I'm tripping. It said he was was tall and handsome like his mother's people. Then the other one is black and ugly. Come on. No prejudice, by the way. You know, prejudice. That's not it.
So he might have did. So this particular brother, who was the father of Thorolf? Halfdan. He must have laid with an Edomite or something like that. He got kids looking different. So
well, it don't say he was just light skinned.
Okay,
it don't say.
I'm just tripping on my man named Halfdan.
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, we got an
AI.
Look, we got an AI picture of him.
Hey, look, can I get Josiah right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't mind? Because we're talking about Northern Kingdom right here, right? That's what we're talking about. One of them was a little lighter than the other one, right? Oh, yeah. You know, just to throw it out here real quick. Let's see what happened with Northern Kingdom. Hosea 7 and 8.
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8.
Real quick.
Ephraim
was the head of the Northern Kingdom, so this going in the Northern Kingdom.
He have mixed himself among the people.
So we was just sleeping all around with everybody. Ephraim was sleeping around with everybody in the midst of their idolatry and everything like that. Yep. They was also mingling with other people, with other nations, meaning having kids with them. So what did that do? Read.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
So a cake not turned means if you throw a pancake batter into the pan and you just don't flip it, the top of that cake gonna be real light, like it was talking about my man, but the bottom of it gonna be black and ugly, like they said over there. Hey, no disrespect though, right? No prejudice, you know, but no prejudice. You know
it's not prejudice.
But yeah, that's what it's going into. Northern Kingdom. As Israel, we create all shades. As Israelites, we create all shades from very, very light to very, very dark.
Now we did that to each other though. We did that to each other. We were like, oh, she was She was tender-eyed. So you black and comely. Some of y'all black and tender-eyed. This is what it is.
Go back to it. Go back to it. We almost done. Start at reminiscently. No. According to the Eagle Saga.
According to the Eagle Saga, the two famous sons of Kevdolf, Thorolf was tall and handsome like his mother's people, but Grim took after his father, who was black and ugly.
Damn. Go ahead.
Grim's son Thorolf and Eagle. Born out in Iceland.
We still talking about Iceland. Go ahead.
Repeated the pattern.
Come on.
Thorolf was the image of his uncle.
Let's go.
Tall, handsome, and sunny-natured.
Sunny-natured. Go ahead.
Eagle was black.
Come on.
Even uglier than his father.
This is crazy.
Torturous and incalculable.
Go ahead. I don't know how to say it.
He became the greatest poet of his age.
But he was the greatest poet of his age. Go ahead.
And many a hard-hewn line of verse testifies of his pride in his craggy head.
His craggy head?
Broad nose.
Uh-huh.
Heavy jaw.
Heavy jaw and what?
And swartz to his swart visage.
His swart visage. Meaning he was black.
That's right.
As what? Black veil. Yeah. Give me those AI.
Visage by definition means facial appearance.
Facial appearance.
Like it say in Lamentations. Facial appearance.
Why is that's half Dan the Black? These are just AI images that we came up with. That's half Dan the Black. That's Thor off and his brother Egil.
All right.
Vikings, Negroes, Israelites, all the way in Iceland.
He had craggy hair, which means rugged
definition?
and rough textured in an attractive way. So he had rough. What's that rough,
Woolly.
rugged hair? That's woolly.
Yes.
Woolly.
Thick hair.
In a what way?
In an
In
attractive,
a attractive way. Don't the woolly hair look nice?
And the dreadlocks.
Come on,
And
man.
Afro.
Go to number 29. We got like 2 or 3 more, and then we done. And then we done.
Of course, he had an ill nature though. He called me ugly my whole life. He mad.
It said foul mouth.
Yeah, he probably punching people at a young age. I'm telling you.
Bad Christian. You know them
Bad Christian.
Christian.
them ugly brothers know they be ugly, so they be acting like it.
Shut up.
They be acting like it.
Get number 29. We almost done. Get the book title.
History of Scandinavia.
Why are we still
From the early times of the Norsemen and Vikings
of
to
the
the
Norsemen
present day.
and Vikings to the present day?
1858.
Let's go into the book.
The Norsemen's
If you notice, we ain't been talking about nothing in the Americas. Now, the one we just came from was the Norse, the Vikings and stuff like that, on their history to their discovery going to America when you read later on. But we've just been talking about what, officer? All the areas in where? Another hemisphere. That's all we've been talking about because we was up there.
Right.
Read that.
The Norseman's dearest and most important property were his arms.
Uh-oh. Now, hold First Maccabees chapter 12 and verse 20, but keep reading whenever you get it.
Yes, sir.
No, go. Yeah, we can't do both. Go, keep reading, and then we'll get Maccabees.
Pull it back up.
Pull it back up.
The Norseman's dearest and most important property were his arms.
So the Norseman most dearest and important property was his arms, right? Remember earlier, the white Vikings said, "Who are these Norsemen? They're like giants. They're huge. They're fighting styles. Never seen anybody fight like them. Where did they come from? Who are they? Who are these people that we came encounter with when we came to this land?" Now we're talking about them. Remember earlier we read that there was black Norsemen that was called the pure black troop. Right. Keep reading, officer.
In ancient times, they were plain and artless, and like other implements made of stones, later of copper.
Yep.
For it was a long time before the Norsemen learned how to forge iron.
Come on.
Their aggressive weapons were frequently mentioned in the old sayings.
Yep.
Were clubs, stones, swords, battle axes, slings, bows, arrows, and spears.
This is what we used to use to fight with back in the day. Go ahead.
Their defensive were shirts of mail, helms, and shields.
And shields. Watch this, officer.
Adorned with figures of animals.
What people had shields with figures of animals on them? I'm confused. Watch the next one.
As armoral ensigns.
As armoral ensigns. What people had ensigns that they used to take around with them that showed everybody what tribe they was from? Didn't we not do that in the book of Numbers? Didn't we do that? We used to do the same thing back then, but watch this. Keep going.
And so highly appreciated as to be hereditary.
It was hereditary. So everything that they was doing was part of their heritage, the same thing that Jeremiah said we would lose in the future. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
On the whole, for the young
Norsemen.
Whose education was.
Where did they get their education from?
Like the ancient Spartans.
The who?
The ancient Spartans.
Their education was from the ancient Spartans, which was part of their what? Heritage. It was hereditary. Give me First Maccabees. You got something on that? You want to bring it up?
Bruh.
You want to?
I'm trying to not to. You know what I'm saying?
Get first. Go ahead. Go there first.
All right, yeah. Let me get Genesis 14.
Go ahead.
Because it said it was hereditary.
Yes.
Watch this. Genesis 14 and start at. I don't want to do too much. Just 14.
Genesis chapter 14 and verse 1. And it came.
14 and 13.
Genesis chapter 14 and verse 13.
Yep.
And there came one that had escaped and told Abram.
Damn it, start at 12.
And they took Lot, Abram's brother's son.
So the kings of Sodom, they took Lot. He was kidnapped. They ran down on him and took him. And what else?
Who dwelt in Sodom and his goods and departed.
So they kidnapped him, and they stole his goods. Read.
And there came one that had escaped and told Abram the Hebrew.
So his mans came and told Abram, hey, they just came and grabbed Lot and took all his goods. Read on.
For he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite.
Come on.
Brother of Ishkar.
Watch.
And brother of Aner. And these were confederate with Abram.
So Abram's mans came and told him what was going on. Watch this. Read.
And when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servants.
Now, how was Abraham able to have trained servants? Somebody explain that. Because Abraham knew certain fighting tactics. He had to. And he did what? Look what he did. Read on.
His trained servants, born in his own house.
Read.
318.
Come on.
And pursued them unto Dan.
Read.
And he divided himself against them.
You know what that's called? That's called army tactics. He said, hey, you take the left wing. I'm going to, yes. Watch this. Read on.
He and his servants by night.
Come on.
And smote them.
And did what?
And smote them.
Read.
And pursued them to Habar, which is on the left hand of Damascus.
So he ran down on the people who ran down on Lot. Watch this. Look what happened, though. Read.
And he brought back all the goods.
Oh, so they didn't even have a time to touch nothing. Read.
And also brought again his brother Lot.
Come on.
And his goods.
Read.
And the women also. And the people.
So he went and took back what was his. But the point is, he was able to train his men. How? That's something that you have to be taught. He had to learn it. He is a child of God. That's what we're getting into. It said it went right back to their, what's the word? It was hereditary. It was in us. It still is. Only difference is the weapons are warfare not going. All right, go ahead.
All right, get
right.
first
No,
Maccabees.
Police said something heavy. Okay, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I was going to say it on camera.
Oh, your first Maccabees chapter 12?
First Maccabees chapter 12 and verse
20. Because earlier it said in the screenshot in the book that we just read, it said their education of the Norsemen came from the ancient Spartans. It was like the ancient Spartans. Hereditary, my bad. Read that.
First Maccabees chapter 12 and verse 20.
And look at the bottom of AOG. Pull that up.
Arius, king of the Lacedaemonians.
The where?
King,
the who?
King of the Lacedaemonians.
The Lacedaemonians. Go ahead.
To Onias, the high priest, greeting.
Israelite, go ahead.
It is found in writing.
Go ahead.
That the Lacedaemonians and Jews are brethren.
Oh, what?
Are brethren.
So the Lacedaemonians and the Jews are brethren. Who are the Jews? Benjamin, Judah, Levi. So the Lacedaemonians at that time had to be who? The northern kingdom of Israel. Now, was Judah in them mixed too? Yes. Majority, Israel, northern kingdom. Go ahead.
And that they are the stock of Abraham.
The stock of Abraham. Why am I bringing up the Lacedaemonians? Show that screenshot, please. Who are the Lacedaemonians?
The Lacedaemonians were the people who lived in Lacedaemon, also known as Sparta.
As who?
Sparta.
We were the Spartans. So Leonidas and all of that stuff like that, that movie 300, a lot of that was romanticized. Some of it wasn't. A lot of that they got from the Bible. Our 300.
Right.
But those people that they're trying to reenact were Israelites living over there.
Right.
Northern Kingdom. Northern Kingdom. Look at the dreads. Look at the statues. Look at the armor. That was us. Now go back to that book. Go back to the book. We almost done. Go back to the book.
Y'all on point.
Go back to that book. We almost done. We got one more and then we out of here. Come on, pull it back. Number 29. Yep, there you go. Start at ancient Spartans. The young Norsemen, right there. The young Norsemen.
On the whole, for the young Norsemen, whose education was like the ancient Spartans.
Yep.
Exclusively calculated for a military life.
They had a military life.
The practice in using arms was necessary to make his body pliable and hardy.
And hardy. Meaning in shape. Go ahead.
By the early and frequent exercises of which they also acquired an almost incomprehensible
Comprehensible.
dexterity
Yes.
and muscular strength in using and wielding the sword.
You got to have strength and be in muscular shape in order to wield a sword during battle. Ain't that what Captain Shim trying to get us prepared for? It's a spiritual fight, but he wants us in shape, just like our forefathers was, because it was hereditary. Go ahead.
Braver men.
Fit for the battle. Exactly, officer. Go ahead.
Braver men never lived.
Braver men never lived.
Truer men never drew the bow.
Truer men never drew the bow.
They had courage.
Come on.
Fortitude.
Yep.
Sagacity. Sagacity.
Go ahead.
Bodily strength.
Wait.
And perseverance.
Go to the next one. Braver men never lived. They're giving the characteristics of these Spartans that was living in the Norse as the Norsemen, which we already read was a Hebrew race that lived over there, who they called the Negroes, which goes all the way back to the Israelites, the Black Vikings. Watch this. I see people smiling. Watch this.
They shrunk from no danger.
They didn't run from nothing.
They feared no hardship.
We didn't.
Odin is for us.
Wait. What did they used to say when they went out?
Odin is for us. Who can be against us?
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait a minute. David, don't kill it. David, don't kill it.
All right.
But you catching it, right?
I caught it.
You caught it? Why are these Israelites who was living in Uppsala building a temple and a stone for Odin and Thor, and then every time they go out to battle, they say what, officer?
Odin is for us.
Odin is for us.
Who can be against us?
I thought the Most High was supposed to be for us. Who can be against us? But we got to keep it going. We got to keep it going. Go ahead, officer. If y'all got the scripture, y'all can pull it. Go ahead.
Was their watchword.
This was their watchword. So every time they went out to war, they made sure they say this. You got it? Go ahead.
Book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 31. What shall we say then to these things? If God be for us.
Y'all see that? That is our, we reading about our ancestors that said the exact same thing as what's written in this Bible. Read.
Who can be against
Come
us?
on, man.
Now, stop it. Stay right
Come
there.
on,
Pull
man.
it back up. Pull it back up.
Come on,
teach
bruh.
the Gauls?
Yes.
Bruh.
Yes. Pull it. Say now.
Bruh.
You say this again.
Right.
Paul, you say that again. We almost done. We got like two more.
Odin is for us.
Read that in the Bible.
If God be for us,
Palaya.
Who can be against us?
who can be against us?
Wait a minute. There's something going on here.
Bruh.
There's something going on here. Israelites was in the midst of idolatry.
Wow.
So when they begin to change their heritage, change their way of living, they also begin to change the name of the Lord.
Wow.
That's what we reading. Now, somebody may say, no, they just made that up. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Odin was referred to as.
Don't do it yet.
Oh, it's something you got.
Don't do it yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't do it. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Go to the next one. Number 30. Yep, go to number 30. We might say the same thing, Officer Pilar. What you got?
Now you go
Okay.
ahead.
We might say the same thing. Go to number 30.
Who this heavy though, y'all? This heavy right here though.
Okay, go down. No. Y'all blew it up. Don't blow it up. Just pull up number 32. Yeah, okay, Officer Pilar, start at there, at the top. We're going to jump. Watch this.
There is, however, a third view that EU
is Yahweh. Go ahead.
In one of the more of its forms was the name or principal name given to the deity by one section of the Hebrew race.
So that was his name, Yahweh, Christ, Yahweh. Go ahead.
And that El and Elohim were the names or principal names given to the deity and heavenly host by another section.
Yep.
And that these were the name, and that these names.
There you go. My bad. And that these names were embodied in the Mosaic revelation. Stop right there. The Mosaic revelation is the Old Testament. Why? Because the New Testament wasn't written. Now, start it in order.
In order to make it applicable to both sections, but this view must also be
Oh,
Where
that
you
in
at?
order.
Yeah, in
Okay,
that
okay.
order. Yeah, in order.
In order that the whole matter involved in this inquiry may be before our readers,
What I'm about to say was before our readers. Read.
we have further to state that one of the chief names by which the deity was known among the Hebrew race was God.
So the chief name of the Israelites, name for the Most High was God,
or Adon,
which is my Lord, or
Odin.
Oh, what?
Odin.
They changed the name of God to Odin. They changed it to Odin. So when you see these white folks talking about all praise to Odin, 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 you are praying to a God that ain't even yours. Read on.
Or Bod.
Bod, they got other names for him. Keep going though.
Bood.
Yep.
Or Buddha.
Yep.
Or by other forms of the original name.
Watch this.
The name does not seem to have been regarded with so much veneration.
Stop. Okay, the name does not seem to have been regarded with so much veneration
as that of Ia.
Of Yahweh or Yah. Watch. Pull up the definition of veneration. Pull get the prelude. Get the prelude. Get the prelude. It's a rock. So it said the name of Odin and all of these other terms that the Hebrew race began to call Elohim or who their God was, it doesn't have the same veneration. Right there, Officer Pilar. What does veneration mean?
Veneration, great respect, reverence.
So Odin does not have the same great respect or reverence as the original name of their God from the Mosaic revelations, which was his true name at one point. Get the prelude, Officer. You know what I want? Those things.
I got you right here.
You got it? Oh, go ahead.
Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention.
So you in the Apocrypha, right?
Yes,
the prelude of Ecclesiastes. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words, which we have labored to interpret. For the same things uttered in Hebrew,
the same things uttered in Hebrew,
and translated into another tongue,
so when the Northern Kingdom translated this and started calling God by another name,
have not the same force in them.
It doesn't have the same force. Go back to what we just read. The Bible says when you take stuff out of Hebrew and give it another language, it don't have the same force. In this screenshot, it said when they changed the name from God to Odin, it have not been regarded with so much what?
Veneration.
Veneration. It don't have the same great respect. Go ahead.
As that of
Yahweh, of Yahweh,
or Yah,
or Jah. Go ahead.
At least we are aware that when the Jews, in reading the sacred scriptures,
the Mosaic revelation,
come to the nomen venerable,
meaning the great respect. Go ahead.
That are in the constant.
No, they are in the
constant custom.
So
if
something is your custom, that means you continue to do it. It said when it came to the name that didn't have great respect, they are in constant custom
of pronouncing the name of Adonai,
which is my Lord.
That is of Adon or Odin.
In what?
In its place.
It became accustomed to them to put the name of the Lord, change it, and to put Odin in its place. So when the Vikings be praying to Thor, they're talking about Christ. When they are praying to Odin, they are talking about the Most High God. Woo! That's straight Hosea 4:17. In the midst of all idolatry. Get those definitions and then we done. Get me the definition of Adonai. And then we read that.
Adonai, used in place of Yahweh as the name of the God of the Hebrews during prayer recitation.
Now I didn't make this up. This is what they started calling God when they was going into their idolatry. Go to the next one. So that's Yahweh. Read that.
Odin, the supreme God and creator in Norse mythology.
Who was in the Norse first? Who was in the Norse first? Israelites. So when they started going off, they began to not only go away from their heritage, but they also changed the name of God and started calling him Odin. Israelites did that. Northern Kingdom. Y'all got something? Oh, y'all got something? So, hey.
I want no smoke.
That's all we got.
All praises.
We finished part 2.
All
And
praises.
that's it. Of the Saga of Black Vikings.
All praises. That's some good stuff, Officer, man.
Hey, listen.
All
Hopefully
praise
y'all
to the
enjoyed
Lord.
the show. Go ahead, Officer.
No.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Where is that? Can I do right? Let me go right here. Right here. Donate. Donate.
Oh, I thought that was my
Donate.
hand.
Donate. To help the prophets go out and stretch forth the line
Right.
throughout all the areas of the earth.
That's right. That's
All
right.
right. I myself am your host, Officer Sear, to my left,
Officer Menahem.
to my right,
Officer Ebniah.
to my furthest right,
Officer Polite.
to my left.
Officer David.
And this is the
Armor God. Armor God. Radio Show.
Yes, sir.
Until next time.
Woo.